21st was the premiere, in fact, world premiere here at Slamdance. What was the audience reaction to the project?
Amazing. It was a really excellent audience reaction.
Yeah, it was fun.
I sometimes, because the episodes of our series tonally kind of shift from like harder comedy to more dramatic, and this one is more of like dramatic romantic with like notes of comedy. And it's tough being in an audience when it's comedy. You can tell people are like, you can note the laughs, got it, and all that. And it can be a little bit more like you're in a position of like, are they into it? And I can tell from like body language and energy of the room that when people are very still and they're very like leaned in towards the thing, and it felt like the attention was very channeled, like very much directly onto the action of Camille and her other co-star on screen, Ben Becker.
Yes.
So it exceeded our expectations for audience reaction.
And folks, in case you missed it, the 21st, it's also on the 25th as well, so it'll be screening again, of course. I understand, and you guys can answer these collectively or either or, 10 years of material, when you have that kind of amount of work and written words to use, how much of it did you actually use when it all came to the final day?
How much of our 10 years of experience together? Less than 1%.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
There's a lot more to be
Gotcha. Okay.
Buckle up, baby.
We have seasons upon seasons worth of stories that will make you cry and laugh and kill you and all of the above. So.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Now, Camille, to your point, I want to ask you a question about being the lead. Because you're the lead, oftentimes I find, and this is a question for your other actors, how do you prepare yourself for being so emotionally naked, for lack of a better term, in front of an audience? You're showing vulnerability, your spirit, your failures, etc. Some may not be comfortable with that.
Yeah, it definitely is tough, but also I would not want anyone else to tell the story.
Okay.
Like I would want someone playing me.
Sure.
That would be crazy. But also I think, and in the beginning of filming, because I haven't acted on camera in years, like since college.
Oh.
So I haven't, so that was an entirely new dynamic for me.
Okay.
And because when I'm on stage, the bigger the better. Like try to take up as much space as possible, because then people are gonna pay attention to you, right? And audience engagement and kind of just this grand person is like showman is who I've been, for the past decade plus, my whole life, but specifically just that, not acting. So then to therefore have to turn it all in and like be so knowing that there's just a camera that's right here and you can't fake and you can't, you can't like act your way, like laugh around it. It's like it's happening and you have to face the moment. You just have to be in it. I didn't necessarily do any like specific like exercises to warm myself up.
I get you.
Like I would like if I had a show, I'm doing vocal warm-ups, right? But I think just to get in the right headspace and kind of like, prepare yourself for what's happening that day, what you're filming, and be well about it. And also we didn't push too much in rehearsals. Rehearsals were pretty loose.
Okay.
And I think Walker was trying to capture that. He wanted to capture this like first time honest try. Not like beat it down with these rehearsals and we're stressed about the lines,
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
I'm curious, and this is the film reviewer in me, I need your love. And so after watching, and I've only seen 3 so far, but what I can say is I'm wondering if I Need Your Love is really a metaphor for she's reminding herself to love herself, or is she really seeking everyone else to do that?
I mean, I think the twofold, ultimately it is the first thing you said, but I think my whole world and my entire experience of what I do is the only way that I can succeed if there is validation from people in a capacity, right? Even if it's like, I'm gonna watch your thing, I'm gonna buy a ticket to your show, I'm gonna do the thing, you're supporting me in however many ways, but that can be equal to like love and affection, right?
Sure.
If they don't like me, then girl, I'm not going anywhere. So I do need your love in order to succeed. But also, yes, ultimately at the end of the day, it is a journey about self-love and like finding that within yourself in order to make sure that you can continue to fight the good fight every
Absolutely.
day.
Yes. Now, Walker, from your perspective, I'm asking you, do you feel that you're putting this series together as a means of pure inspiration for other indie artists out there? Or is it primarily, hey, this is super entertaining, there's a hint of inspiration in here? Which side do we lean on this?
I think that we lean somewhere in the middle. I think that this is like, this story, while it may be very specific to Camille's experience and the other musicians in her orbit, specific to this world of this like music in New York City, have found in all my conversations how universal the experience is. If I'm talking to friends, my sister who's a teacher, anyone is understanding of the idea of like putting yourself every day in and day out into this passion of yours and hitting your head on the ceiling, you know, having trouble advancing and having trouble fulfilling the best self that you are when you're putting everything you've got into it.
Yeah.
And how frustrating that can be, and how like sometimes we need to find humor in it as well, or else we just like, it's tough to move on if we can't find those moments of humor and gratification and that sort of release. So I think that it's a hell of an entertaining ride. First, it's got to be, no matter what you're putting out there, we're in the business of drawing people in and moving them. But at the same time, we want to be speaking to something that's more than just empty entertainment. And we think that we're doing that.
Yes.
Yeah.
In my opinion, again, as the reviewer, I see this character as being so very fearful of staying stagnant. She loves her relationship. She loves what she does. She's terrified that the hustle isn't always going to equate to success. So if you were to ask me what I Need Your Love is all about, it really is a woman's journey of really finding how she, or inside, relates to everyone else on the outside in a very comedic yet dark way. But I'm not the creator. So if I gave you 2 sentences and said, tell everyone what I Need Your Love is, just 2 sentences, what is it?
I'm going to borrow something you just said, because I think it was really strong, which is that like, it's the idea of like pushing yourself forward and not being stagnant, and how that can be both creatively like energizing for a singer, but at the same time it can burn you the hell out. So this is a story of a singer and musician who's hustling every single day, and all of this sort of like the begging, borrowing, and stealing to make it happen. The negotiations that you have to make with yourself, the compromises that you have to make along the way, and those tough decisions because it's not going to be handed to you, so you have to grab it, and you might break a few friendships or a few nails, fingernails, eggshells,
Yes.
hearts along the way.
Yes.
And that's what this story is about. Yeah.
And you? 2 sentences.
It's probably, okay, here we go. 2 sentences. I would say it's telling the story of, like, it's kind of, it's asking, it's trying to show the question of, like, what if you showed the story of the person who doesn't necessarily make it? It's not like the star is born and now she's the star
Right.
at the end of it, right?
Right.
Like, what about the other 95% of us? What about that story of the person that's constantly trying their beat and they're like so passionate and they're so hungry for it and it's really all or nothing, do or die in that world, and how to like tell that story a little bit.
Nice.
He's better with words than I am.
I think that's great.
No, that worked out just fine. Now, I know that you had indicated, so for right now, we don't know where we're headed next, as far as the film goes itself.
Right.
Oh, and yeah, is Camille a success now? I'm just curious.
That's a tough question.
Yes, it is.
Not yet.
I beg to differ. But if you watch her, I don't want to forget to ask that question. Walker, what's on the horizon? What's next now after this? Besides still working on this, of course.
Besides still working on this, in which we're trying to expand this into a proper half-hour series and try to find the right platform in which we can make this leveled up. I'm working on other features. I've got like an hour-long show that I'm trying to get off the ground. It's a tennis drama. It's a little bit like But my so much of my efforts right now are like seeing this one through because it
Of
means
course.
so much to me, and like it feels like we're very close to getting our claws on pulling ourselves up just a little bit
Cool.
to expand this where we really want to take it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Should I even ask the 70,000 things that are happening with you? What's coming up next?
Next is going back to New York in a couple weeks to I have a few shows.
Nice.
Another Femme Jam.
Okay.
Are
When
you-
are you back in New York?
The shows are March 4th and March 6th.
You gonna be there?
I'm coming next week.
Um,
Darn
Wait,
it!
but isn't next week March?
No, it's
No, it's the week after. I was supposed to cut. We'll talk about this off the air.
Okay.
So editor, just cut that and we'll restart that again. No, I don't know. I'm supposed to go this week, but I could go the week after. I'm supposed to teach at the NY Thespian Festival. If you've ever gone to that, I'm
No.
supposed to teach there, so I'm still deciding it.
Fine.
So editor, we're going to take that part out and we'll start again with on the Camille side of things. Please tell us what's up next.
I have some shows coming up in March in New York, and then I'm just working on releasing this album.
Okay.
And yeah, honestly, also too, all of my effort and energy is going towards
Of course.
making I Need Your Love.
I need your love. There you go. This gentleman over here, his name is Walker. The last name is spelled Kalan. How can people find you on social media? Because you're pretty sparse.
Not on the social
I
media.
know you're not. That's why I asked. How do people find you? Walker?
They can find me. They can go to the website for our series. You can just Google that, and you'll find a contact for me.
And as for this young
Or you can
lady,
reach out to her and ask for
Camille
me.
Trust. Let me just read off the 70 ways. Facebook, Instagram, IMDb, YouTube, Spotify, CamilleTrust.com, and I Need Your Love.
Yes. Thank you
That's
so much.
anywhere else?
There's an Instagram for I Need Your Love, which is INYL series.
Yes.
So give her a follow.
That's that.
Find us.
How about your music?
And my music is at Camille Trust. And
Yes.
Streaming everywhere.
Absolutely. Before we let you go, this is what I want to say. I know people think it's a little cliche to do this, but I don't. I think filmmakers and actors and creators oftentimes forget the power that they have when they create a film. So let me just say, for myself, as a filmmaker and as a media person and as a woman, I applaud both of you and I thank you so very much for taking one independent story and providing so much hope and help to so many people that feel unseen and underappreciated. So that's what you did. So thank you. And that's a done deal. That was
Thank
pretty
you,
cool,
Cindy.
hey?
Thank you.
That worked! Bonus. How do we do, young lady?
I'm not fired.
Really?
I'm still